Hello, my fixed placements. What is it again? Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, Sun, Rising. We're gonna tap into some ancestor messages today, just to see what y'all need to know, what your ancestors need to tell you. If you would like to book a reading, the link is in my bio. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram at NayaFSC. You see me, you feel me. But yeah, all right, so let's tap in to see what your ancestors got to say to you. All right, let's get to it. Whew. Ouch. All right, let's shuffle time. I'm hearing my life, in the sunshine. If you look in my life, you see what I see. Na 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 na. All right, what y'all going through, y'all? All right, what the ancestors got to say for my fixed placements? For my fixed placements. All right. Artist, you yourself may be an artist. You are being told to create right now, and you may have ancestors in the family who were artists as well. So ask them for help, to give you some inspiration, motivation, you know, whatever you may need, call on them. Okay, but you are being told to create right now. Okay. All right. Let's see my fixed placements. Need to know. The highest good and the highest order. Take that one. Let's shuffle. Oh, hold on. I'm hearing you are so deserving. So I don't know if you've been getting in your head about something and kind of psyching yourself out, but no, you are deserving of whatever you are asking for, whatever you are, working your way towards. You are deserving of it. You need to understand that and have some confidence in that, okay? Act like you the shit, okay? Know that you the shit. All right. We have ancestry. Research your ancestry and be dedicated in learning. So your ancestors are saying that it's time for you to go ahead and tap into that family tree. You need to make that family tree, and this may lead you to some lore about your ancestors who are artists, okay? But yeah, the best way to connect with your ancestors is to learn more about them, and the way you can learn more about them is about asking questions, okay, about who they were in this lifetime, what they liked, what they didn't like, their personality, what were their strengths, what were their weaknesses, okay? Ask about that to your other family members, and if they don't really fuck with what you're doing, you gotta be slick about it, okay? I got some videos way back on my TikTok page about, how you can communicate with your ancestors, and I also have a YouTube video on how you can connect with your ancestors and how I went about my journey and putting together my family tree, okay? But they are saying you need to research, okay? Research, okay? Yeah, get to know more about them. All right. Okay, so first we're gonna start with the offering card. It says, give an offering, tend to offer, offering accepted, set up an altar. So if you haven't given the offering to your ancestors in a while, they are saying that you need to do that. Okay, you need to make them a good home cooked meal that some good Southern food or whatever food they liked in this lifetime. You need to make that for them, okay? Some good eats. If you haven't tidied up your altar in a while, if you haven't cleaned it off, if you haven't given them fresh water, some flowers, whatever you can afford or you can make happen for them, they want you to do that, okay? Sometimes maybe you need to get on a schedule with cleaning up. So maybe every Sunday, every Monday, you change their water, you wipe it down, you give them fresh flowers, whatever you need to do that. If you just gave an offering, this is your confirmation that your offering was accepted. If you haven't set up an altar, this is the sign that you need to set up an altar. And this kind of goes back to maybe my ancestry, to the ancestry card. So maybe some of you are just now tapping into your journey about getting connected to your ancestors. And I also have a video on, you know, how to set up a ancestral altar if you just scroll down my TikTok page, and it's on my old YouTube channel, I Am Naya. So you can just search that up, and I have a video on how to connect with your ancestors and how to set up an altar. Okay, so you have the spiritual jail card. It says ancestors are balancing the scales, karma is being delivered. And you have the go and get card. This says somebody around you is an enemy. So if you have been dealing with people around you who you know is the ops and they have been doing you wrong, your ancestors are saying that they are handling that shit. Okay, girl, you ain't got nothing to worry about. They are handling it. Okay. And then you have your looking good card. So you may be going through a rebirth, or you may just be looking good in great abundant energy. Okay. Let's get about 2 or 3 more. What do my fixed placements need to know? What do my fixed placements need to know? We have look in the mirror, shadow work. Okay, so yeah, this goes back to my you looking good card. As you are going through this rebirth, your ancestors are encouraging you to do some shadow work. Yeah, it's pretty plain and simple. Whatever you may be going through, whatever, it doesn't even have to be you have to be going through something, okay? Maybe you're just going through these changes and you need to journal. And through journaling, you're able to see you're able to get a lot of aha moments. Like clarity usually gets, happens when you, I can't talk, when you journal. So do some shadow work. If you don't know kind of where to start, I would suggest looking up journal prompts for whatever you may be going through and starting from there, and maybe doing it once a week, you know, twice a week, whatever you feel like you can handle and you can stay committed to. Okay, during this time, but especially as you're going through rebirth, journaling sessions help a lot because you may be a lot of triggers going on. Like I said, with the go and get card, you may have gone through some harsh things and you need to get that off your chest. Sometimes when somebody around you that you thought really had your best interest at heart and then they cross you, it hurts like hell. And that trauma and that pain can come out in different ways that you would have never thought. Like it can make it hard for you to trust people. Sometimes it can make it hard for you to open yourself up to love. It can make it even hard for you to trust yourself because you're like, damn, I never thought they would do that to me. Like, did I not see the signs? So those things are being highlighted for you to kind of work through, okay? All right. This gonna be good. Oh, damn, it's too much. Okay, so you have the Get It Done card. It says divine masculine energy, take action, plan, and execute. So your ancestors are wanting you to get whatever that you have been wanting to do, get it done. And this may be going back to the ancestry card, about researching about your ancestry and being dedicated in your learning. They want you to get this shit done now, okay? Don't be procrastinating about this shit. You need to get it done now. And it also can go back to the artist card when it comes to you needing to create, okay? And you have healer. You are a healer, and some ancestors in your family are a healer, okay? So you either have ancestors in family who are healers, and you may be a healer, or one of the other. I don't know your tea. But yeah, so maybe as you are looking into the ancestry more, you gonna get some downloads, girl, about other healers in your family. Sometimes it's crazy because you may be thinking like you the only one who doing this in your line. Whole time, grandma, great grandma then did this already. Okay, your uncle, get down and dirty. Okay, working the roots. So it's really cool as you are learning more about your ancestors, because you realize, girl, I'm not alone in this. They really have the answers, okay? It's really exciting. I learned so much about my ancestors once I started learning more about them and being diligent in my learning about them. Oh my God, it's like mind-blowing, to be honest with you. All right, and then you have the maternal side. So maybe with the healer card, you may have some ancestors in your family on your maternal side who were healers, okay? Who were artists, or that's where you need to start ancestry-wise when it comes to researching, okay? You have the soul tribe card, friends coming in, rely on your friends. And then you have the it's coming child, which says it's coming very soon. So whatever you may have been wishing for is coming. Whether you've been wishing for, you know, justice in your situation, is coming. Whether you've been wishing for some friends, it's coming. Okay? But yeah, all you need to do is focus on getting whatever projects that you have done, and focusing on tapping into your ancestry, okay? And learning more about them. And you need to focus on creating as well. And they want you to get that shit done ASAP, period. All right, now we're gonna get into, girl, I think the hair right is a little too tight. Hold on. Now we're gonna get into what ancestral curses you're breaking in this lifetime. More times. I'm hearing, girl, you're chosen. Fuck it up when you bust wide open. Your people chose you. So you need to get on your Zoom and learn more about them. All right. What curses are my fixed placements breaking in this lifetime? So the first one we have is survival. I'm seeing my grandma right now. So I don't know. When it comes to your maternal side, that might be somebody who is coming through for you, or your grandma is really coming through. I don't know why I just saw that, but yeah. So so your ancestors may have been in survival mode throughout their whole life, and you know, this can be really, really deep rooted in a lot of African American communities, even a lot of low income families. Okay, because you have to think about slavery, you have to think about the Jim Crow era, you have to think about how toxic that was. Okay, and they had to literally live to survive. They didn't have time to think about really their purpose or anything, because it was so violent and harsh back then. So they had to put food on the table and just keep it going, you know? So that may be one of the curses that you're breaking in this lifetime, is that you don't have to live to just survive. You can live and be abundant. And our ancestors see things through our eyes. So they really want you to focus on breaking this, okay? And if you already are, keep going. All right. So we have the nurture card. Some of your ancestors may not have known how to comfort you, how to really give love, okay? Yeah, they didn't know how to, like I said, they just didn't know how to nurture you. And this goes back to the survival card, okay? Because when you are in that state of mind, it's like everything else kind of goes out the window. Like I literally have to just hustle. I don't know how to give you what you need emotionally. And this also goes back to the ancestors and what they experienced with, you know, if you're African American, with slavery, or even, you know, a lot of people of color, you know, who have gone through certain things where they have a lot of ancestral trauma from white people. And if you are Caucasian, baby, I'm sorry, it's the history. But seriously, when you are put in challenging ass times, you kind of forget how to operate out of your feminine energy, you know? Whew. All right, let's get some more folks placing the curses they're breaking in this lifetime. Let me see. So you got the love card, and this card is all about, you know, being in relationships that didn't serve them. So if they were in abusive relationships, they were with partners who cheated a lot. They had relationships that didn't last. They stayed in things just for the sake of it, even though they were unhappy. You are meant to break this. So if you notice patterns of like you being with people who ain't really for you, and you have chosen to free yourself from it, they are proud of you for that. And that is a curse that you are meant to break in this lifetime. Okay, and you also have body image. So maybe some of your ancestors talk down about your body, or talk down about their body a lot in their lifetime, and it kind of continue throughout the lineage. Because I know, I'll say for me, for example, a lot of women in my family a lot of women in my family talk terrible about their bodies, and even can talk bad about other people's bodies from their own rooted insecurities. And it can just be generational trauma. You know, they mama talked about them, their daddy talked about them, and the cycle continues over and over and over again. But you have to learn to love yourself, okay? So yeah, and if you have been doing any work when it comes to your body image and the way you view yourself, your ancestors want you to keep going, okay? And if you haven't, you need to start, okay? Because sometimes it can be like so rooted that we don't even see it, okay? How ancestral it is. Because I know when I struggled with body image a lot when I was younger, and over the past couple of years, I've taken the time out to just be like, okay, where is this coming from, girl? Like, and I noticed that it came from, like, when I was younger, I got bullied a lot because, you know, I was a little thick, okay? I was a little thick, and some of it did come from my family. Like, my mom, she was going on her crazy health journey and fitness journey and whatnot. Even when I was younger, she wasn't even on that, but she had put me in all types of programs because I was chunkier. And it really started to fuck with my self-esteem. And even in middle school, I got bullied a lot because of my body. But it really took like positive affirmations, eating correctly, and not because I wanted to look a certain way, because I knew it would be better for my body. I started like walking more, exercising more for me, not for anybody else. And even looking at myself, you know, naked in my, you know, underwear, and admire myself and giving myself compliments, it helps tremendously. So whatever you don't like that you are seeing in the mirror, you have the power to change it, okay? Whether that's your mindset, whether it's what you see physically, you can do it, okay? You got the power to change it. And don't talk bad about yourself. Don't talk bad about others, because the cycle just continues, okay? All right, y'all, this is all I got for you. So I hope this helped. If you would like to book a reading with me, the link is in my bio once again. My old YouTube channel is for the Ancestor videos is I Am Naya on YouTube. If you go down on my TikTok page, you'll see like how to spell my name. You see how to spell my name right now, but it's just I Am Naya on YouTube. And my old videos about ancestral connection, altar, is on there, okay? And even I've touched on stuff about body image as well in my inner child healing video on there as well. So if you need to look at that, you know, look at it. If you need to do some shadow work on it, do some shadow work on the body image as well. All right, love you guys. Besos!